Pokemon was huge when I was a kid. I remember watching over some kid's shoulder on the playground when he played Pokemon on his Game Boy. I'd squint because the glare of the sun and the Game Boy's terrible lack of backlighting made it almost impossible to see. But I did it anyway because games were a scarce commodity. Games came from Christmas, birthdays, etc. Anyway, I was still pretty damn privileged growing up because I got to play it. But we aren't talking about Pokemon today. We're talking about its cousin that the West forgot. Digimon is kind of an enigma. Pokemon succeeded as a game, one that sells the same game every 3 to 4 years with crazy success. And it was a successful Silly Kids anime too.
I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
Even though it's been very successful, I think the games really sold the brand and are generally more fondly remembered. Digimon, on the other hand, is generally remembered as an anime. Digimon was a cool show growing up. It's not so cool anymore, but it had cool monsters with lots of colors. Who could forget Cactusmon, Potatomon, and Bear? But there's tons of Digimon games, so why do I only own one? Digimon World 4. I bought this game because apparently I was a stupid teenage edgelord. No, seriously, just look at this cover. What the fuck? Weapons? Yeah, remember that other franchise that gave weapons to their unarmed protagonists? Man, Agumon uses pepper breath, not fucking battle axe attack. We love killing! Like, is Digimon for kids or what? You know, I guess that question's kinda hard to answer. Just look at some of the original designs. Like, holy shit, they're scary. They have weird muscles and creepy faces. Ew! Ew! Anyway, the cover's already promising something real special, so let's enter the digital world. We're greeted with a beautiful intro cutscene, but something strange about it. I played this when I was younger, and I don't remember any of this stuff being in the game. And that's because it's not. This game is a movie tie-in. It uses assets lifted directly from the movie when they have nothing to do with the game. See this Digimon on the back of the game? That's Omnimon, who I wanted to play so badly when I was younger, but I never could. You know why? He's not in the fucking game! Alright, let's make a Digimon. Let's just pick Agumon. You know, no matter what bullshit this game throws at me, he'll turn into War Greymon, and it'll be okay. It's the small victories, you know? So here's where a story would go if there were a story. Thankfully, the designers stripped the game of effort, so in place of a story, we're given some guiding text on where to go in our hub world. And just to let you know, there's no real indication of what you're supposed to do. Oh yeah, it's still straightforward, but let me show you some gameplay. Here in the tutorial, you'll learn how to play. The enemies are super easy, and when you pass, you go to the first stage. Death Valley. Kind of a strong name for the first level, huh? And you'll immediately get annihilated because you're a loser with no friends, and this game is fucking hard. This game is, as far as I can tell, balanced around having 2 players. Some of the bosses are brutal. Here's me getting one shot by the first boss. Normal enemies all act like zombies. They move forward with no regard for human or digital life. They're godless killing machines. They can block at random, they hit almost immediately, and you have no recovery period when you get hit. This game is fucking Dark Souls, what the fuck? The AI walking forward endlessly is brutal. Like, imagine small packs of moving stone slabs that want to crush you into bloody chunks, and your only chance of survival is nicking them with a sword until one of your cuts gets lucky, doesn't bounce off, and actually cuts the thing in 2. It sucks, and the AI's attacks are scarcely telegraphed, at least not at a realistic speed, so your own blocks happen when you understand how the AI works. It takes a long time to get used to, and you never really feel comfortable when you play the game until you have access to self-healing much later on. And hit recovery. You know when you get hit in a game and you're invincible for a second or 2 after? Hit recovery is... I'll show you in a minute. Let me get out of this fight. They'll scream when they die. Your family and your friends all flayed, disemboweled, fingers broken one by one, toenails ripped painfully from their feet, and fingernails carved from the tip with a jagged blade that stings like 10,000 needles when it cuts too deep and pokes at the bone. And I'll toss them shrieking from the rooftops and let them paint the street below. The game progresses like this. Find a dungeon, be miserable, kill a boss, go to base, and gather the keys to unlock the area's final dungeon. Finish it, and you unlock a new place to be miserable in, and every level ramps up the difficulty so it feels like your work amounts to nothing. You have to grind just to be adequate, because killing every enemy doesn't yield enough experience to perform well in single-player mode. Did I mention there's special monsters? According to an NPC, there are special monsters with items that you can only find on enemies marked with crowns, and oh man, I found one! Oh look, an on-rail shooting section where I have to free Digi-Elves from cages that take 5 hits to break. I'm sure this won't be annoying to replay several times over. Fuck, shit! After a lifetime of misery, you beat Death Valley. I literally don't know how I beat the final boss. It's not supposed to feel like that. It's supposed to be like, cool, I did what the game taught me and I got rewarded. Not, oops, I won. Fuck you! So the next level is called Dry Land. Kind of a step down from the first, isn't it? It's just more of the same, and it features the most efficient grinding location in the game. I'm beginning to realize that these names belong on some BuzzFeed list of ridiculously appropriate level names. For real, this game's like a Korean MMO, soul-crushing and meaningless. You gain technique points with your weapons, similar to weapon skills from the old World of Warcraft system. Hey, remember that shit? Getting higher skill lets you use stronger weapons. You go through a super slow period, though, of gaining skill early on. For no discernible reason, it makes the game horribly slow when you're just starting. Like, you actually feel weaker than your standard enemies. How fucking sad is that? And it's not just the weapons, but the magic. Technique points go over 2,000. How many uses of my fireball did it take to gain 1 technique point? At least 200. What the fuck? Oh, another on-rails segment. I have no idea what I am doing. So I can change directions. I'm gonna hit some switches and go, and then you go, and you go, and I'm in hell now. And thank you, Digimon! Man, look at this asshole trying to be a plane. You're just a bee. Buzzing around, stinging people, swooping into windows and stealing grandma's pie. Hey, dipshit, that's not a bee. Oh yeah?
Cause he looks fucking endangered to me.
But hey, I'm being a little negative, you know? Kids don't care about game mechanics, it's Digimon. The Digivolution will save this game for sure. The back of the box says you can play as 16 different Digimon. Wait, 16? So minus the starting 4 and we have 12. So do I turn Rookie to Champion to Ultimate to Mega with all of them? So that's the 16 Digimon? That's pretty disappointing. But maybe it'll be okay, maybe I'm wrong. So I'm playing this game with no sign of Digivolution anywhere. I don't get it. But exploring leads me to discover a chamber that lets you Digivolve. Only I don't have any Digivolutions. Well, what the fuck? How do I get them? I guess I just keep playing? Oh, and I found trading cards in this game. They serve only one purpose, activating a side quest. And after that, you just collect them. This wouldn't be a movie tie-in for a dying franchise without trying to sell product to idiot kids. And thank you, Digimon World. So I'm level 16 now, and I've qualified for a Digivolution, apparently. Kind of a weird level. What's this, Dorumon? That's not Greymon. I don't even know what a Dorumon is. I know the old ones. Well, let's see what I've earned after over 6 hours of gameplay. So after looking it up, it turns out those Digi-Elves from before have side quests, and they're actually pretty tough.
I dropped some trading cards in a dungeon. Can you get them?
I won't go into it, but some of them kind of require a walkthrough to beat. Anyway, once you're done whatever stupid dungeon, you're rewarded with a Mega Digivolution, so the game is 4 Rookie Digimon and 12 Mega level Digimon. Like, why though? I finally got my Wargreymon. What the fuck ever, we're just gonna go and beat the game. Well, I would, but when you Digivolve, you start at level 1 again, because clearly, making your new awesome Digimon get its ass beat by the fucking shit monsters, it's good game design. Time to waste another 2 hours farming experience in Dryland. But you know me, I don't give up. I'm the fucking best. Oh, this is a good game. The next boss fight is 15 minutes long. Not even joking. Hey, I'll tell you what, you wanna waste your fucking time too? Leave some comments and maybe I'll upload the full fight. I'll throw in some Shrek ear rape during the video. It'll be fun. The rest of the dungeons and bosses from this point on are long, boring, and worthless. They exist to waste time because the developers decided that there should be at least 3 dungeons per level, no matter how arbitrary that formula is. None of them serve to enrich the game. It's a pretty sad design trap to fall into, but it's not like they were trying to make something great anyway. Fighting the last boss of this level, and it looks like his name is Mecha Rogue X, and he's the main antagonist. That's not even a Digimon. That's some straight up fanfiction garbage. This game's called Digimon World, for fuck's sake. It's like I'm playing Mario 64, but instead of fighting Bowser at the end, his secret brother Dario pops out and says, "Hey Mario, forget about the princess, let's get some pepperoni sandwiches." No, fuck you, where's Paimon? Where's Machinedramon? Eh? Where the fuck? Turns out the final boss is a 3-stage fight, not uncommon, but unwelcome just the same. The first form involves the boss summoning clones. You have to kill the clones and the boss in the same super short window of time to kill him. Or you can just keep killing the clones and him again until he dies, like I did, only the boss has a tendency of warping away when near death, so he gets to freely summon. Like no! Get back! Fuck! The second form is the X-Virus Producer, I guess. It's long and boring, but definitely tense because you actually have to learn how to block to succeed. I guess that's decent design, forcing you to employ the one skillful action you can perform in this game. The last fight is another 10-minute brawl with a giant creature. You might notice that I'm not really building up this part, but I can't do that. Then I'd be just as bad as this game with a shitty lead up to a final boss that's now 20 minutes in the making, and it's not epic at all. Fuck it. I will strike down with great vengeance and sunder your meager form from this plain fiend.
And it worked, and the dragon went blind, and he stuck to my blade, howling mad, and he died, and the maiden accepted my ring.
Who am I kidding? There's no story, man. You kill him, break some squares, and fucking leave. And the ending cutscene that gives the story closure, a fucking credit roll. Just what every gamer wants. Fuck you, Bandai. Oh, but now I can play hard mode. This game is fucking awful. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is a game that came out after the famous isometric dungeon crawler Diablo 2, which came out in 2000. This game came out in June 2005. You know what else came out in 2005? Specifically in November? 6 months prior? The Xbox 360, for Christ's sake. And yeah, the 360 Red Ring, but this shit corrupted my old memory card with a whole childhood of data on it, and that's fucking inexcusable. Everything about this is wrong, and I don't just mean the game. Digimon World is a series. I thought it was legendary. There's no way that they made 3 games like this without realizing that they fucked up. Okay, so they have bad scores, but I've heard awesome things about Digimon World. Like, screw the second and third. Looks like they're just standard RPGs. The first one looks kind of interesting. Well, that's that. Another dead franchise killed by corporate stupidity and unnecessary pandering. Good night, sweet Digimon, and flights of Angimon sing thee to thy rest. Thank you for watch video. Thank you for subscribe. Thank you for click Magi Nation video. Thank you for click Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced video. Thank you for click thumbs up button. Thank you for being little